You know, there's something truly magical about dancing. It's not just about moving to the music or feeling the rhythm in your bones. It's about lighting up your brain in ways you might not even realize. Have you ever noticed how a favorite song can bring back memories so vivid it's like you're right back in that moment? Or how swaying to a familiar tune can lift your mood almost instantly? Well, my friend, that's no coincidence. Science tells us that dancing isn't just fun. It's one of the best things you can do for your brain, especially as we get a little older. Today we're going to talk about how dancing can boost your memory, lift your spirits, and keep your mind sharp. And the best part, you don't need to be a professional dancer or even have a partner to enjoy these benefits. All you need is a little space, a song that makes you smile, and a willingness to move in ways that feel good for you. We'll go over 3 simple dance moves that anyone can do, no matter your experience or fitness level. These moves are easy, enjoyable, and packed with brain-boosting power. Now, before we get into the steps, let's talk about why dancing is so special for our brains. You see, when we dance, we're not just exercising our bodies, we're giving our brains a full workout. Think about it. Dancing requires coordination, rhythm, and memory. You have to remember steps, sync your movements to the music, and sometimes even anticipate what comes next. All of that fires up different parts of your brain at once, the parts responsible for memory, focus, and even emotion. Studies have shown that regular dancing can improve cognitive function, reduce the risk of dementia, and even help with conditions like Parkinson's. And let's not forget the mood-boosting benefits. Dancing releases endorphins, those wonderful little chemicals that make us feel happier and more relaxed. So, are you ready to give it a try? Let's start with our first move, the side step and tap. This one is gentle, rhythmic, and perfect for getting your body and brain warmed up. Find a comfortable spot where you have a little room to move, and if you need to hold on to a chair or counter for balance, that's absolutely fine. Start by standing with your feet together. Now, take a small step to the right with your right foot. Then bring your left foot to meet it. Then, tap your right foot lightly on the ground. Now, repeat the same thing to the left. Step with your left foot. Bring your right foot to meet it, and tap your left foot. Keep it slow and steady, and if you want, put on a song with a relaxed beat to guide you. What's wonderful about this move is how it engages your brain. You're coordinating both sides of your body, keeping track of the sequence, and staying in rhythm with the music. It might feel a little tricky at first, and that's okay. That just means your brain is getting a good workout. And if you stumble or forget a step, laugh it off. This isn't about perfection. It's about enjoying the movement and giving your brain a little boost. Now, let's move on to our second move, the rock and sway. This one is all about fluidity and relaxation, and it's a fantastic way to connect movement with emotion. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, knees slightly bent so you feel stable. Now, gently shift your weight from one foot to the other, rocking back and forth in a smooth, swaying motion. Let your arms move naturally. Maybe they swing a little at your sides, or perhaps you let them rise and fall as you sway. Close your eyes if it feels comfortable, and really let the music guide you. This move is especially powerful for lifting your mood. That gentle rocking motion is soothing, almost like being cradled by the rhythm. And when we pair movement with music we love, it taps into deep emotional memories, which is why you might suddenly find yourself smiling as a long-forgotten song brings back happy moments. That's your brain making beautiful connections, and it's one of the reasons dancing can feel so uplifting. Now that we've got our bodies moving and our brains waking up, let's take it just one step further with our third move, the easy spin and pause. This one adds a little more challenge, but in the best way. Start by standing tall, Then take a small step forward with your right foot. As you do, let your body follow into a gentle quarter turn to the right, just enough to face a new direction. Pause for a moment, then step back to your starting position. Now, repeat it to the left. Step forward with your left foot. Turn slightly, pause, and return. This move is fantastic for spatial awareness, which is so important for keeping our brains sharp as we age. It encourages us to think about where our body is in space, and that slight turn activates different parts of the brain than simple forward and back steps. Plus, that little pause gives you a moment to reset, breathe, and enjoy the music before continuing. And there you have it. 3 simple, joyful dance moves that can make a real difference in your brain health and happiness. The key is to make it fun, not forced. Put on music that makes you want to move, whether it's an old favorite from your younger years or something new that catches your ear. And remember, it's not about how it looks, it's about how it feels. So let's keep that energy going as we explore even more ways to keep your brain active and your spirits high. You know, one of the most beautiful things about dancing is how it weaves together movement, music, and memory in a way that feels almost effortless. It's like your body remembers even when your mind might hesitate. Maybe you've experienced that moment when a song comes on, and suddenly your feet start tapping or your shoulders begin to sway, almost without you even thinking about it. That's the magic we're going to lean into even more today, as we explore how to take these simple dance moves and turn them into a real brain-boosting habit. Now, let's talk about rhythm, because that's where a lot of the brain benefits really start to shine. When we move to a steady beat, something fascinating happens in our brains. Studies have shown that synchronizing movement to music activates the auditory and motor regions simultaneously, creating new neural pathways. Think of it like giving your brain a fresh coat of paint. It strengthens connections and keeps things running smoothly. And the best part? You don't need perfect rhythm to get these benefits. It's all about letting go and allowing yourself to enjoy the process. So, how do we make the most of this rhythm-brain connection? Let's revisit our side step and tap move, but this time, we'll add a little layer of challenge and fun. Instead of just stepping side to side, try counting along with the music. Step, together, tap, 1, 2, 3. Say it out loud as you move. This might feel silly at first, but here's why it works. When you pair movement with counting or vocalizing, you're engaging even more parts of your brain. It's like a mini mental workout disguised as dancing. And if you lose the count, no problem. Just laugh and start again. The goal isn't perfection. It's waking up those neural pathways with joy. Now let's take our rock and sway to the next level by adding some intention. As you sway, try this. With each rock to the right, think of a happy memory, maybe a family gathering, a beautiful sunset, or a moment you felt proud. Then, as you sway to the left, take a deep breath and let that memory fill you up. This simple practice combines movement with positive recall, which research shows can actually help reinforce memory pathways while reducing stress. It's like creating a mental scrapbook where each page is linked to a gentle, soothing motion. You might find that after a few minutes of this, not only does your body feel more relaxed, but your mind does too, like you've given yourself a little gift of peace. And for our easy spin and pause, let's play with something called cross-lateral movement, a fancy term for when we move opposite sides of the body together, like marching in place while swinging our arms. This type of movement is especially powerful because it forces the left and right hemispheres of the brain to communicate more efficiently. Here's how to incorporate it. As you step forward into your spin, try lifting the opposite arm. Right foot steps, left arm rises. Then, as you pause, gently lower the arm. This small addition turns a simple turn into a whole brain exercise, improving coordination and cognitive function over time. Now, you might be wondering, how often should I do this to really see the benefits? The wonderful thing is, even just 10 to 15 minutes a day can make a difference. Think of it like watering a plant. Small, consistent care leads to steady growth. Maybe you dance while waiting for the kettle to boil in the morning, or as a way to unwind after dinner. The key is to make it feel like a treat, not a chore. And if some days you only feel like swaying gently in your kitchen for one song instead of 3, that's still a win. What matters is that you're moving, engaging, and giving your brain those precious moments of connection. As we keep exploring, remember that every small step counts, literally. Whether you're tapping your feet to a classic tune or spinning slowly with arms outstretched, you're doing something powerful for your mind and mood, and the more you practice, the more natural it will feel, until one day you might find yourself moving without even realizing it, your brain and body in perfect, joyful sync. So, let's keep this rhythm going, because there's still so much more to discover about how dance can light up your life. You've probably noticed something beautiful by now. When you let yourself move to music, even just for a few minutes, the world feels a little lighter. Maybe that stiffness in your shoulders has eased up, or perhaps you caught yourself humming a tune hours later. That's the ripple effect of dance, my friend. It doesn't just stay in your feet or your hips. It travels through your whole being, waking up parts of you that might have been quiet for too long. Today, we're going to talk about how to weave these movements into your daily life so they become second nature, and most importantly, how to keep that spark of joy alive every time you dance. Let's start with something simple but powerful. Pairing dance with routines you already have. For example, try doing the side step and tap while brushing your teeth. 2 minutes of gentle stepping side to side as you brush engages your brain first thing in the morning. Or, how about the rock and sway while waiting for your coffee to brew? These tiny moments add up, and they anchor your new habit to something you already do without thinking. Before long, you might find yourself automatically swaying when a favorite song plays in the grocery store. And isn't that a wonderful way to live? Now, here's a secret about memory and movement. The more senses you involve, the stronger the benefits. That's why I encourage you to play with music from different eras of your life. Dig out those old records, or ask a grandchild to help you make a playlist of songs from your teens, your 20s, the year you got married, whatever sparks nostalgia. When you dance to these, pay attention to how the lyrics, melodies, and rhythms make you feel. Notice any memories that surface. This isn't just reminiscing. It's what neuroscientists call associative memory activation, and it's like fertilizer for your brain. That time you did the twist at a sock hop in 1962, your body still remembers how it felt, and reliving it through movement can strengthen those neural pathways today. For our easy spin and pause, let's add one more layer. Laughter. Yes, really. Try spinning with your arms wide open and a big smile, maybe even a giggle as you go. It might feel silly at first, but laughter releases tension, boosts mood, and actually helps your brain absorb the benefits of movement better. Think of it like this. A joyful brain is a sponge, ready to soak up all the good stuff. So if you wobble during your spin, laugh. If you forget which foot goes where, laugh harder. This isn't a performance. It's a celebration of what your body and mind can do right now, exactly as they are. Now, let's talk about community. Because while dancing alone is wonderful, sharing it multiplies the magic. If you have a partner or friend, teach them these moves. They'll benefit too. No partner? Try a virtual dance date with a loved one over video call, or simply share your favorite song of the week in the comments below. Connection is fuel for our brains at any age, and when we combine it with movement, it becomes a powerful tonic for well-being. As we wrap up, remember this. Every time you choose to dance, you're giving your brain 3 gifts: oxygen from movement, joy from music, and connection from rhythm. Whether you do all 3 moves together like a mini routine or sprinkle them throughout your day, what matters is that you're showing up for yourself in a way that feels good. Some days will feel easier than others, and that's okay. Even on days when all you can manage is a seated shimmy to a chorus you love, you're still winning. So, here's my challenge to you. This week, find one ordinary moment: waiting for the mail, stirring a pot on the stove, standing up from your chair, and turn it into a dance moment. Not because you have to, but because you get to. Your brain will thank you, your mood will lift, and who knows? You might just rediscover a part of yourself that's been waiting to come out and play. Thank you for dancing through this journey with me. I'd love to hear, what song brought you the most joy this week? Share it in the comments so we can all discover new tunes to move to. And if this video brought a little extra rhythm to your day, hit that like button and subscribe for more ways to thrive at any age. Now go on. Your next dance break is waiting. Here's to moving, remembering, and living with all the joy you deserve.